For nearly a decade, I thought I was cursed with the wrong phone number. Constant debt collectors, endless bank calls, all asking for a man I didn't even know. But when I finally discovered who he was, it turned out he wasn't just some random scammer. He was my boss. The same boss who had spent years making my life hell. That's when I decided it was time for payback, and trust me, it was beautiful. If you've ever dreamed of seeing karma catch up with someone who thought they were untouchable, then you're in for a treat. Hit that like button, subscribe to the Payback Room, and let's dive into one of the most satisfying revenge stories you'll ever hear. It all started back in 2004. Mobile phones were just becoming common in my country, and my parents bought me my very first one. A bulky second-hand Nokia. Nothing fancy, but to me it was freedom. I made myself a promise. One day, with my own money, I'd buy a brand new phone. A year later, in college, that dream came true. After winning academic awards, I had saved enough to buy a Sony Ericsson K300i and a premium SIM card. I felt unstoppable. But little did I know, that SIM card was cursed. From day 3, my phone wouldn't stop ringing. Strangers calling, asking for a man named Bitsah. Debt collectors, banks, financial institutions, all demanding to know where he was. At first, I thought it was just a mix-up. But it didn't stop. For 20 years, yes, 20, I kept getting those calls. Fast forward to 2010. I had landed my first serious job, fresh out of college. That's when I met him. His name, Bitsah. From day one, he made life unbearable. He micromanaged everything. He shifted deadlines on a whim. He called pointless meetings at lunch, late at night, even on weekends. He thrived on chaos. He screamed at people in front of the whole office, stole credit for their successes, and crushed them with blame when things went wrong. You couldn't escape him. His emails pinged 24/7, always urgent, always threatening. Working under him felt like being in prison. I was ashamed to learn he even came from the same area as me, even went to the same school years earlier. And then, in 2012, the merger happened. The company introduced Outlook, and with it, an organizational hierarchy. That's when I saw his full name for the first time. Bitsah. My jaw dropped. Could it be? The mysterious man whose debt collectors had haunted me for years was the same man who had tormented me at work? I needed to be sure. So, I asked around. An old mentor confirmed it. Yes, this Bitsah was from our area. Yes, he had a shady reputation. And yes, it was the same guy. For almost a decade, his debts had been ruining my peace. And now he was destroying people's lives at work. That was the breaking point. I had suffered enough. My co-workers had suffered enough. It was time to flip the script. First, I unblocked every debt collector number I had ever saved, more than 150 of them. The calls started pouring in, 15 to 18 every single day. But this time, I didn't just say, wrong number. No. I calmly explained, the number has changed. If you want to reach him, here's his current number. And then, for good measure, I added, if he tries to dodge you, here's his manager's number too. Yes. His direct manager. I was handing the wolves the keys to the castle. And oh, the fallout was glorious. Turns out, debt collectors had been chasing him for almost 10 years. Banks had sold his loans to third-party collection agencies, the kind of people who make a living out of harassing debtors. And this wasn't small money. He owed more than $200,000. In my country, that's a fortune. He hadn't just taken loans in his own name. He used his wife's name, his parents, his relatives. Every scam he pulled, he gave them that same number. My number. No wonder my phone never stopped ringing. And now, they finally had his real contact information. At the office, the chaos exploded. Stories flew around. Some said his manager's phone rang off the hook. Others said collectors showed up at his house. Within 2 months, the tyrant was gone. Fired. I can't describe the satisfaction I felt. For years, he had walked around like a king, untouchable. He thought he could scream, insult, and ruin lives without consequence. But in the end, his past caught up with him. His career shattered. His reputation destroyed. his debts finally hunting him down. The man who thought he could walk on water was drowning. Sometimes, karma needs a little push. For me, revenge wasn't just about payback, it was about justice. For everyone he hurt, for every sleepless night, for every cruel word. And when that justice came, it was sweeter than I ever imagined. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button and tell me in the comments, what's the most satisfying revenge you've ever seen? And of course, subscribe to the Payback Room for more stories that prove karma is very, very real.